The sepia-stained sun dipped low behind Horseshoe Overlook, dragging the camp into a world of half-shadows and rustling whispers. The day's heat gave way to a gentle, cooling breeze that whispered through the trees as if sharing secrets only they knew. Arthur Morgan sat on an overturned crate by the fire, his gaze distant and thoughtful, the cold edge of his rifle lying across his lap. Around him, the camp hummed softly, with the subdued thrum of evening activity. Arthur's mind wandered back in time to when he first rode with Dutch and Hosea young, reckless and full of dreams not yet tarnished by the hard reality of life on the run.
Remembering when I first joined up with you, Dutch, those days when everything seemed a bit more black and white.
Dutch, standing beside him, sensed the nostalgia tinged with longing.
Aye, those were the days, Arthur, back when we had nothing but ambition and the open road ahead.
Across the camp, the sense of unity was evident, but so too was the undercurrent of tension.
Hey, Sean, you still planning on drinking Uncle under the table tonight? Or was that all bluster?
Ha! Let me at him! That old coot ain't seen the likes of an Irishman's spirit!
Their laughter mingled with the night, and Karen's teasing added a sliver of warmth against the chill creeping in. Mary Beth, noticing the thoughtful expression on Arthur's face, skipped over gracefully.
Arthur, you've been quiet. Penny for your thoughts.
Just thinking, Mary Beth, about how all we've done, it adds up one way or another.
She nodded, understanding the weight of their shared history, before returning to Tilly.
Once this storm blows over, Mary Beth, we'll have something more than just surviving to look forward to.
On the other side of the camp, Hosea approached, his presence warm, like a favorite coat on a chilly night.
Arthur Dutch, we got a moment? Been hearing something out of Valentine.
Arthur nodded, Hosea's words drawing him back to the present.
What's the latest, Hosea?
Folks talking about a new train making its rounds filled to the brim with federal bonds. Could be the break we need.
Federal bonds, you say? Now that's something worth looking into.
Arthur felt the gravity of the situation. Success meant money for the camp, security, another week or month of safety. Failure, however, loomed like a specter, promising echoes of their past failures.
We've done trains before. It ain't exactly something we can just slip by with either.
True, but fortune favors the bold. Tick of the clock's moving, Arthur. We don't have too much room to wallow.
Silently brooding, Arthur watched as the glow of the fire etched the planes of Hosea's face, illuminating the gold of risk that sparkled there.
All right, let's see what tomorrow brings, one dang hoofbeat at a time.
Dutch clapped Arthur on the back, his voice both casual and weighted, with the thousand silent promises of a leader's heart.
That's the spirit. Come on, Arthur. Let's live to see another day. We will look opportunity right in the eyes and seize it.
As the night deepened, folding the camp in a deeper silence, above them the canvas of stars breathed life into the sky, a breathtaking reminder that there were dreams to chase even in darkness. Arthur remained by the fire, the soft comfort of its warmth a quietly distant shield against the uncertainty looming like a dark tide. In these small moments, conversations ebbed and flowed around him, life caught in a fleeting dance between tomorrow's dreams and yesterday's ghosts. The fire flickered, casting shadows that played across his companions' faces like echoes of the past. Arthur remembered another train, heist how. The thrill had sunk into disaster, and their desperate escape.
Remember the Blackwater fiasco, Dutch? Trains ain't just about risk. We've seen what failure can do.
We've learned, Arthur. Each mistake is a lesson. Besides, fear of failure ain't gonna feed us.
Hosea, always the calm presence, chimed in with the wisdom of experience.
We plan better now, and this time I reckon our odds are better than a loaded dice.
Arthur glanced around, noting the faces by the fire. They were family rough around the edges, but steadfast in the storm.
As long as we look out for each other, we ain't survived this long 'cause of luck alone.
Nearby, Javier joined the quiet circle, swagger in his step, and a grin that masked deeper thoughts.
Arthur Dutch, reckon it's time we show him what Vanderlinde's gang can do.
Finally, with a soft sigh, Arthur rose, nodding to the resolute faces around him.
All right, boys. Tomorrow we ride. Meantime, let's get some rest. Got an early dawn waiting.
As Arthur moved away from the fire, the crackling embers behind him whispered promises of warmth and the fragility of dreams. His companions settled into their spaces, their conversations gradually fading into the night, underlined by the ever-present rustle of the wilderness. Elsewhere, Karen and Sean exchanged whispers of past escapes, sharing stories of how they ended up with the gang, not just tales of bravado, but raw accounts of desperation and dreams unmet.
Remember when I first joined yous? Swiped that bottle out of your hand, Karen. Thought you'd skin me alive with that glare.
Well, you'll never see me turn down a good whiskey. That moment told me you had spunk, though. Takes guts to survive this long.
And in those quiet, shared moments, they found solace in knowing that despite the risks and the uncertain future, they had each other. The fire burned on, steady and reliable, much like the bonds forged in the crucible of their shared existence.